Hello, my name is Emily. I am a Reiki Master Teacher and Energy Coach. Today, I will be your guide through a meditation meant to strengthen your connection to your energy body. Meant to reintroduce you to the 7 main chakras running the length of your spine, extending above the head, opening you to divine guidance. Please take a position most comfortable to you, whether that's seated or laying on your back. If it is not safe to do so, and you are simply listening to me, perhaps in a public place, that is quite all right. All you have to do to participate in this meditation is to accept the energy that I am so lovingly sending your way. Reiki is universal life force energy. It's a type of life force that can help to push aside dense blocks within the flow of energy through the chakra system. Reiki can be sent from a distance because it is not limited by the illusion of linear time and space. Before we begin, I'd like you to tune in to your breathing, noticing the belly expanding as you inhale and allow air to fill it up, holding that inhale for a moment and releasing it through the mouth, bringing the core in and holding empty before you inhale once more. As you continue with as many of these conscious breaths as you need, I will begin our time together with an aura cleanse. Beginning to remove any unnecessary weight from your aura, I use smoke from incense here. One by one, shifting any lingering tensions from the day, from the week. So please resume normal breathing when it feels right, remaining in silence as I work on your aura to create a welcoming environment for Reiki to pass through, decluttering your energy field. Everything must move through the aura before it can enter the physical body. Every time we interact with someone or something, our aura interacts with them first. As such, the aura can be a bit of a magnet for the unwanted when we've got a lot going on, and if we aren't necessarily being as conscious of what passes through. So here I am just loosening this junk, untangling any mental or emotional energetic patterns that aren't serving you. Removing what belongs to others, any weight you should not be carrying. I welcome you to notice what's rising here. If you know that something is sitting in your aura, in your periphery, whisper out loud that you'd like it to leave. And if you have not yet done so, please close your eyes. Start to scan your physical body, beginning with the feet, moving towards the head, softening any tension where you can sense it, letting go of the room around you, letting go of judgments, of resistance, of outside noise. Nobody needs anything from you right now, in this moment here. So if it's okay with you, I'd like us to push off further and further from the physical realm, sinking deeper into the now, into this moment, and continuing to loosen what your body is gripping onto. Taking one more deep and conscious breath, I'd like to thank the universe for guiding me to Reiki. Thank you, universe, for placing me on this person's path. And I invite the Ascended Masters, my spirit guides, archangels, and any other angels or positive entities who wish to join me in this work. May you be here now. And so it is. Nobody needs anything from you now in this moment. And if it is okay with you, I'd like you to push further from the physical world, further from your to-do lists, your obligations, further, further. And here we are together. We're going to take a little trip through the garden of your energy body. Tapping on the third eye now, begin to hold a vision. The garden of your subtle energy. 7 separate gardens running along a gravel path within a lush, expansive park. Be there now. The park of your absolute dreams. Be there now. Picturing these gardens, what is growing out of them? What color, what life lies before you on this path? And let us walk alongside it. We'll begin at the first garden, representing your first chakra, your first energy center, the Muladhara, the root. Observing as Reiki moves through like a train of bright white light, working its way through this garden, pruning, digging, removing whatever is causing you to feel fear. Whatever is causing you to feel unsafe in your body. Let that go now. And where a space has been cleared out, watch as red flowers poke their heads from beneath the mud of the first chakra and begin to bloom. Whatever flowers are blooming in your imagination now, those are exactly right. This is your vision to create. And the second garden is one that grows emotional energy. This is your second chakra, the Svadhisthana, the sacral center. Watching as Reiki does its work here, plucking, raking, removing any emotional detritus, no longer bringing life to the space around it. Whatever is causing you to feel numb or dissatisfied, we are bagging it up and hauling it away so that you can start to make the change in your physical reality. And from here we see orange flowers growing in place of the heavy emotional baggage that we've weeded out, that we've removed from the second garden. Feeling that weight lifted now. Seeing as many shades of orange as your mind allows. This is your garden. This is your garden. This is your garden. Number 3, this is the garden of mental energy, thought patterns, limiting beliefs, snap judgments, the ego. Reiki is coming in, a force, mowing over the self-doubt, the projection, the pride of the ego, so that the real beauty here can shine through. Extravagant yellow blooms, ideas, powerful mental energy, helping you move forward, keeping you on your right path, spilling over the edges so you can barely see the soil, you can barely see the mud that we just came from, the mud of the first 2 gardens. We're approaching the more spiritual centers, but first we must take some steps towards the 4th garden, the garden of the heart. This is the biggest. This is the most lush, but it can also become the scariest if not cared for. The garden of the heart chakra, the anahata, is the most common container of energetic buildup, unprocessed grief, the stories we've attached to old wounds. This is where it festers. This is where bitterness and resentment can take root. It is very human, but it does not have to remain this way. So letting Reiki in now, letting Reiki guide us towards a place of acceptance and unconditional love for this garden and all the other gardens we visit today. This garden is green and lush, with pink blooms everywhere. Taking a moment now to breathe consciously while holding the vision of the heart's garden, a vast expanse of landscape that if we spend enough time paying attention to, can unlock all the secrets our higher selves are trying to whisper down to us. Nobody needs anything from you right now, here in the garden of your heart. Breathe into that. And let's keep going. Further now to the fifth garden, the garden of the throat chakra, Vishuddhi, purification, blue. Allow the divine gardeners to come into this fifth space and remove dishonesty. Showcase the truth. Showcase what is real, what is fake, and what is illusion in the physical world. What is illusion you hold about yourself and what's possible for you? What do you really want? Who are you outside of all the labels that have been impressed upon you? Let the blue flowers representing these truths come through the soil and be in awe of them now. And to the sixth garden, Anya, the third eye, a place full of whimsy, imagination, and intuitive initiation. What is the noise that keeps you from listening to yourself? Your intuition is right every single time. Watch while Reiki, swirling, churning, spinning, a tornado over this garden, sucking out the noise, sucking out what makes you believe that your ideas, your imaginative power are somehow less than, are somehow nothing. You have the ability to create and maintain worlds. Allow the sixth garden to be that ability. Allow it to inspire you, to help bring your manifestation into physical reality. And finally, the seventh garden, already in perfect condition. This is the garden of the crown of the Sahasrara opening. Reiki sits here, delicately illuminating all its glory. We just had to get through the first 6 to make it here. No work needs to be done. Realizing that this garden represents each of the ones that came before it on the path. This garden considers all, accepts all, rejects none. How can you stay in this garden? How can you trust that the universe has your back and that the plan is perfect? Let these answers come through as I continue to send Reiki from where I am now to where you are always. And let us walk together back alongside the gravel path and have a look at what's been cleared today. Name it for yourself if you can, and if you can't, know that it doesn't quite matter at this moment, because you are walking out of this park lighter, more ready, more willing to move on from these things that Reiki has worked through in the gardens of your 7 energy centers, in the gardens of your pure potential, from which today has been plucked of its fear, of its shame, guilt, emotional baggage, limiting beliefs, ego stories, bitterness, resentment, dishonesty, confusion, self-doubt, and know that it's all perfect. It's all happening in divine timing, and still passing through back to the physical plane. Nobody needs anything from you right now. So take your time, gently placing your consciousness back into your body. Take your time in returning to these gardens, to this park, whenever you need to, knowing that Reiki is not the only thing that can do work here, knowing that you are the keeper of these gardens, and you must take care of them. You must keep them clear of the weeds that will no longer serve you. You are protected. You are divinely guided. And this moment is perfect. This moment belongs to you. And as I drift away from this moment, begin sensing your limbs, noticing the weight of your body and the surface beneath you, sensing the room around you without becoming overwhelmed. Feel yourself reappear on the physical plane, changed, ready, willing, and accepting of life on life's terms. Blessings to you, and thank you for choosing me.